he dey pay me, oh, he dey pay me, oh, this your G, he dey pay me, oh. The worst thing you can do to a black man is to tell the black man the truth, yeah. The worst thing you can do to a black man is to tell the black man the truth, yeah. He dey pay me, oh, Mama, he dey pay me, oh. In this OG, he dey pay me, oh. Sabotu as he dey pay me, oh, for you. Obi daddy, obi them fools everywhere. Obi daddy, obi them fools everywhere. Obi daddy, obi them fools everywhere. When we talk about our freedom, we not go the fence. When we talk about our freedom, they go the fence. When we talk about our freedom, they go the fence. Yeah, he dey pay me, oh, gaga. Mama, he dey pay me, oh, gaga. In this OG, he dey pay me, oh, gaga. Sabotu as he dey pay me, oh, gaga. Yeah. Your voice 247. Love you, we love you, everything me blow, brother man, you know. We go Chris. See my God, I got rough, rasta man of God. Love you, yeah. That's why you know. Ikuku, bad guy, you know. Water master, love you. I can't see how I go on. I get young and ways in a minute. All them enemies of your fire. Mad people everywhere. You are living in darkness, suffering and smiling. When we talk about a freedom, not good and best. You are living in darkness, suffering and smiling. When we talk about a freedom, we're not good and best. Yeah. He dey pay me, oh, for you. He dey pay me, oh, gaga. Africans, he dey pay me, oh, gaga. This your G, he dey pay me, oh, gaga. He dey pay me, oh, gaga. He dey pay me, oh, gaga. I don't know what's wrong with the reasoning ability of a blonde man. My God. So I'm on that maximum respect. Yeah. He dey pay me, oh, for you. He dey pay me, oh, gaga. Africans, he dey pay me, oh, gaga. This your G, he dey pay me, oh, gaga. Referendum, Umokoko, mad people everywhere. Dara. What you don't know is bigger than you. 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 Hey, he dey pay me, oh, gaga. He dey pay me, oh, gaga. He dey pay me, oh, gaga. This your G, he dey pay me, oh, gaga. The worst thing you can do to a black man is to tell the black man the truth, yeah. The worst thing you can do to a black man is to tell the black man the truth, yeah. He dey pay me, oh, gaga. Mama, he dey pay me, oh, gaga. In this OG, he dey pay me, oh, gaga. Sabotu as he dey pay me, oh, gaga. Obi daddy, obi them fools everywhere. Obi daddy, obi them fools everywhere. Obi daddy, obi them fools everywhere. When we talk about our freedom, we not go the fence. When we talk about our freedom, they go the fence. When we talk about our freedom, they go the fence. Yeah, he dey pay me, oh, gaga. Mama, he dey pay me, oh, gaga. In this OG, he dey pay me, oh, gaga. Sabotu as he dey pay me, oh, gaga. Yeah. Your voice 247. Love you, we love you, everything me blow, brother man, you know. We go Chris. See my God, I got rough, rasta man of God. Love you, yeah. That's why you know. Ikuku, bad guy, you know. Water master, love you. I can't see how I go on. I get young and ways in a minute. All them enemies of your fire. Mad people everywhere. You are living in darkness, suffering and smiling. When we talk about a freedom, not good and best. You are living in darkness, suffering and smiling. When we talk about a freedom, we're not good and best. He dey pay me, oh, for you. more, he dey pay me, yo, gaga. I don't know what's wrong with the reasoning ability of a black man. My God. So I'm on maximum respect. Yeah, he dey pay me, yo, for you. He dey pay me, yo, gaga. Africans, he dey pay me, yo, gaga. This your G, he dey pay me, yo, gaga.
Welcome, wonderful people of Biafra, lovers of freedom all over the world. You are highly welcome to this very live presentation. Highly welcome, my wonderful people of Biafra, lovers of freedom, to this very live presentation. Today's date is 23rd of July 2024. We are live and direct. I welcome every one of you. Please, once you are here, endeavor to welcome every other person around you by clicking the share button. If you know that what we are doing here in our Masige, please welcome everyone around you, because I am happy also. This is your live presentation, and the voice you are hearing right now is no other person than your lovely brother Ordinanwa Biafra from Biafra Unite Channel /television. And the time right now is approximately 36 minutes top of the hour, 36 minutes past 7 p.m. here in the land of Chukwokikabiama. Guinea, we are live and direct. Of course, I am Lapumata Krebi Africa, also with this very wonderful piece of music.
Think about your life because the end time is so real. Ndibo tu inusi, abawati matano di. Eburisi ya na Jesu, eri ebe go makwese. Makano panu boko, opa tichiya, abona boso mbido, ona yeku chikona kana. Asi mabura kuno mare. Ya buru bihango, namogara palango, surrounding bozo. Obado maketo, money is not everything. Let's fight for our freedom. For our freedom is our right. Papa Mubaram si, Nabia Frabalamo, Iabuna Nene, Kabu Paraya. Bakano jufe wata wanyakaye, akalobe ilo leseya, oye ufe mpara iteya, nkabu pano. Biafra is my life, Biafra wabarabo, I must go back to our land, and get the kwano to go Ogonega bara mufero, ifa ukemere ya koyeseko. Gana chopping me yourself, Ogo Rodira Kuni Kahala. Mano yesina bugoba na hibu, wesi no choro wa Nigeria. Ya biko solo ndia usala ugausa, kanyo wezero wa neba. Maka no buro ronu gausa, azegu govano his. Yoga tutapandia usofuma.
Guinea, wonderful people of Biafra, lovers of freedom all over the world, you are highly welcome to this very live presentation. This is live and direct, and of course, I am very, very certain that Chukwokika Biama Bineligwe is with us. I can see your wonderful and beautiful names in the comment section. And as usual, I'm going to welcome some of you. But for the fact that the names keep coming, the comments keep coming thick and fast, I will try to start from beginning and do as much as I can. Obaigwe BK, you are welcome. Chinenye Glad, you are welcome. Cynthia Ongusu, you are welcome. Isaac Success, you are welcome. Harrison Ahamefula, I can see you. Francisco Onyema, Victor Mbwemen, Onyenkem, you are welcome. Esto Kuosa, Ogini, you are welcome, my beloved sister. Harrison Ahamefula, I've called you before. Ndubisi B, you are welcome. Amako Bonna. Mazi Ogochuku, you're welcome. Chibaik Robert, you're welcome. Anderson Emerole, Amako Bonaka, I have seen you already. Tonex Ogugwa, you're welcome. Chidera Christian, you're welcome. Amake Ekwi, you are welcome. Seth, you are welcome. Lawrence, you are welcome. Diana, you are welcome. Chidera, you are welcome. Ostino, you are welcome. Ebo Chukuma. Seth, you are welcome. Sonny, I can see you. Okay, Chuku Friday. Chibaik Robert, you're welcome. Fabio Ifediche. Omas, you're welcome. Oh my goodness me, the names keep coming, the comments keep coming thick and fast, and of course, I am happy also without further hesitation. Helen Peters, you're welcome to this very live broadcast. It is happening live and direct in the studio of Biafra Unite channel / television. Chinenyo Biefuna, you are welcome. Obanede, you are welcome. All of you are highly welcome. Fode, you are welcome. I welcome every one of you. Please, if I do not mention your name, do not be dismayed. Don't worry, because you have to keep commenting. Once your comment draws my attention, I will bring it to the screen for sure. All right, Kaibapi saw immediately without wasting any further time, because we've got so much to talk about this very evening. A lot of things have happened already, so we are going to begin this very evening presentation by visiting the Twitter handle, or should I say the X handle of the Prime Minister of the BLGIE, His Excellency Mazi Simon Njoku, Simon Ekpa Njoku, Ekpa Simon Njoku, ESN. Now let us see his tweet and see how Biafra Liberation Army and resistance fighters have decimated the terrorists in the khaki uniform that have come to terrorize our people this very day. Today, since morning, of course, this battle has been raging for a long time, but let us see what has happened today, 23rd of July, 2024. The Biafra Liberation Army, the resistance fighters, the entire Biafra Defense Forces have been decimating the zoo terrorists, not just their personnel, but of course, their armor tanks as it stands today. Many of them have been sent to judgment. Many will not even be played. Some of the videos will not be played on, on the screen because of the images that follow. So therefore, we are going to see some of them that we can play on the screen. Now let us begin with the update from the Prime Minister of the BLGIE, His Excellency Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoku. Let us see what he has said already. We are going to begin with this very great news. This news is a great one indeed. I want to tell you, my people, if you like what we are doing here, kindly keep commenting and keep liking, because emerenu emerani, eteroba eterose. The gospel of redemption must be preached. It doesn't matter whose ox is being gored. Now, the first discussion we will be having this very evening is going to be this news that you are seeing on your screen. And of course, I will also make this very evening broadcast an interactive one indeed, so that every Biafran will be able to come in and, of course, make their input. And according to the PM, he said, yesterday, I had a virtual meeting organized by BRGIE lobbyists with the office of Senator Brown, U.S. Senator Mike Brown, RN, a long-standing critic of Nigeria terrorist state, who has worked to highlight the plight of Nigeria's Christians. We had a fruitful discussion with the senator's team about the accomplishments of the BRGIE, issues pertaining to the Nigeria government and regional dynamics. He continued, we have been informed by the U.S. officials that we have met thus far that the BRGIE is the very first. Let me take that again because this is very, very important and imperative. According to the PM, we have been informed by the U.S. officials that we have met thus thus far that the BRGIE, Biafra Republic Government in Exile, is the very first organization to be raising the Biafra issue at a high level with the U.S. government. Now, I'm going to pause here in order to digress a bit. Pay very good attention, my people. If you are joining me, please keep liking and sharing this very broadcast. Very, very important. We are just live in 2 different platforms. We are live in 2 different platforms. 2 of them are YouTube channels. Our main YouTube channel with Biafra Unite in capital letter, and of course, our second channel, which is Biafra Unite TV. So wherever you are listening to me right now, please do the needful. It doesn't matter whether you're watching on, whether your own base is YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, wherever you are. It is very, very important that you do the needful, so that everybody will know that we are live and direct. And I am very, very certain very soon our app will be launched. Then everybody will be receiving notification whenever we go live, because as it stands right now, it is very, very open that these people do no longer care to send our notifications to all Biafrans who are following what we are doing, for them to know that we are live and direct. But nevertheless, we have to continue. Now, going back to the topic. Like as I said before, I'm going to digress from here. The Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic Government in Exile, Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoko, His Excellency Ekpa Simon Njoko, has let the whole world know, not only Biafrans, but the whole world, that we have been informed, na agwagani, agwa emego kaimalo, the official, you have been informed by the U.S. officials that we have met thus far, that in the government of America, Ifugolu Kambwesi, that the Biafra Republic Government in Exile, BRGIE, ably led by he himself, His Excellency Ekpa Simon Njoko, is the very first organization to be raising the Biafra issue at a high level with the U.S. government. Now, we know, even if you are not not follow. Even if you are not a cabinet member of the Biafra Republic government in exile, you must already know. Because the level that Biafra liberation movement is at the moment, this Biafra quest has never, I said never, gotten to this very level from the onset till today. Of course, you may say, but we fought war under Ojukwu and over 5 million were massacred and all that. I know it. But my people, how many people talked about it? How many people talked about it? Rather, they were busy funding and supporting the zoo to massacre innocent Biafrans in millions. So, who knew what was happening? Who knew? But today, the whole world is talking about it. You can say, when Mazinam Dekano was with us, they were talking about Biafra in the British British House of Commons, or fine, very good and fine. But then we are talking about Biafra and IPOB as a group of people. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. We are talking about IPOB as a group of people, and that's why they never took us serious as at then. And remember that the reason why they talked about Biafra in the British House, somebody remind me, is it House of Commons? What do they call it in UK? Somebody remind me, please remind me. I'm looking at the comment section right now. I want you to remind me, what do they call it in UK? Is it House of Commons, or I think they have another name they call it in UK? They are Senate, British UK Senate. There's a name they call it, like American Congress. There's a name they call it, either House of Commons or something else. Now, they were talking about it because of the massacre of innocent Biafrans that happened during the IPOB protest. So that's what angered them. Some of them, some of the good ones, especially that woman, I forgot her name, in the House of Commons. But now, and remember that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was traveling up and down, meeting Biafrans, galvanizing the minds of Biafrans to join the liberation movement. By then, it was agitation, to join the agitation. But now, Mazi Simon Ekpa, or should I say, the Biafra Republic government in exile, led by His Excellency Mazi Simon Ekpa, is meeting government officials to discuss about the exit of Biafra from the Zoological Republic. Now it is called diplomatic engagement. I want you to pay attention. Now it is called what? Diplomatic engagement. That is the level where we are right now. So, if they tell you that the BLGIE is the very first organization to be raising the Biafra issue at a high level with the US government, don't joke with it. That is the truth. That is the truth. Although they use the word organization, but I will take it. No problem. But we all know that, in fact, every government is an organization. So I'm not going to, I'm not going to see anything wrong with it. Every government is an organization. Both American government is an organization. That is the truth. Yes. Unless you want us to go and see the definition of organization, then you will know that every government is an organization. So But when this organization is being used, we already know which type of organization. Is it organization of a group of people, or is it organization of a business people, or is it organization of a government people? So we are talking about an organization of a government people representing the entire, the entire nation of Biafra. If we go the difference, so when you are being told is the only Biafra, the only organization that has raised the Biafra issue at a high level with the US government, don't joke with it. They can tell you anything. They can come with their propaganda on social media and try to ridicule what we are doing, but no problem. They can go ahead and do whatever they want to do. It doesn't change anything. The truth of the matter remains the same. And remember that the man in question, you are seeing his picture on your screen, is a serving US senator who you cannot just mention his name in the public anyhow if you are not sure. You understand? If you are not sure, yes. If somebody like the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa has not had any meeting with the man, and these things has not been recommended, he cannot come to the public on his official Twitter handle to say this. It's not possible. That means he will be bringing down the image of Biafra that he is fighting for, which he can never afford. He can never afford to bring down the image of Biafra by lying. So whatever he says here is pure, the truth, the gospel. Now let's continue. He said, this demonstrates the historic nature of our lobbying efforts. We look forward to continue engagement with the US Congress and other influential stakeholders. Wonderful. This is wonderful. Airborne, 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 airborne to the Biafra Republic government in exile, airborne to the Biafra Liberation Army, airborne to the supporters and funders of the Biafra movement and Biafra Liberation movement. Airborne to all of you. Now, let me show you some of the videos emanating from Biafra land, from the war zone, where the Biafra Defense Forces and the Zoo terrorist military are fighting it out. So let's see what is going on here. Let's see what is going on here. I'm sorry, I have to mute the audio because I'm not sure if that very song is free for YouTube or if it has copyright strike. I don't know, so I have to mute it. So you can see the equipment, you can see every armament and military hardware they have brought to our land. Of course, somebody sent me a message the other day that they saw all the equipment moving down to Biafra land, but it doesn't deter us. One thing is for sure, they will come, but they will never see their way to go back. So this is live and direct from Biafra land. I also want to use this opportunity to send message to the terrorists. You can see the way they behave. You can see, you don't have to be told that these are Boko Haram terrorists that have been, from through the back door, introduced into the Nigeria army, and today they haven't hidden their, their characteristics. They have not hidden their characteristics. They have not hidden their antecedent. They have never hidden their modus of operandi. They keep on doing what they know how to do best. Even the way they parole. You can see. I want to show you something. I want to show you something. I want you to take a look at it. Even in the Northeast, Borno State, we had the suicide bomber that took place just a couple of days ago. Look at this one that called himself police. Is this really a genuine trained police behaving like this? This one here, is he really a police, a genuine police officer? Is he a police officer, or he's a Boko Haram member, the so-called repentant Boko Haram, integrated into the Nigerian force? You can see. You can see with your own eyes. Now, let me show you something else. You can see him. Look at him. This is a pure Boko Haram, the so-called repentant Boko Haram members. You can see with your eyes. These are the things that we are talking about. And let me tell you, we are not looking back to decimate them. Anye welu go obi mmadụ tufuo, we welu obi agụ donye. In case they don't know, ọ bụ na nwere onye Igbo nọ n'etiti fa, tell them what I'm saying. Na anye welu go obi mmadụ tuhuo, welu ya tunye n'ime ọfịa. Tuhuo ya, ma ọ bụ na ime ọfịa sef dị nso, anyị tụnyere ya n'ime osimiri. Anyị were obi mmadụ tụnye n'ime osimiri, wee were obi agụ wee donye. That's why we are decimating them. Fatinis sakatum. I don't want to show you some pictures, but of course, you can see them, some of them, not even all of them. You can see some of them on our PM's, official X handle. So even currently, there's another video that he just shared, which I cannot bring here. So after this broadcast, those of you that have his account, you can go there and see it for yourself later after the broadcast. Now, let me continue showing you. There's another thing I want to show you here in this same video. Just pay attention. There's another person I want you to see. Now look at this person. I want you to take a look at this person, my people. Have you seen, bandits and Boko Haram in the north? Tell me the difference between, between this person. I'm trying to bring it full. Tell me the difference between this person and look at the bag here. Look at the sack. I wish I can zoom video. I can only zoom picture, but I can't zoom video with this software. I don't know. Those videos of bandits and terrorists you normally watch from the north, tell me the difference between them and this person here who claimed to be one of the Nigerian army. Look at the bag. Look at the bag here, the sack at the back. Look at it. Look at the dress. What is the difference? There is no any difference. Although we all are aware that these are full-time members of the so-called repentant Boko Haram. Now, let me show you some other videos because we've got some of them, plenty of them right here. So we will be showing you all of them bit by bit. Those of them who do not understand what is going on in Biafra land, and those of you who are waiting for Biafra to be restored, you are waiting for us to restore Biafra so that you can come and enjoy freedom, right? I am not, I'm not saying you cannot enjoy freedom. Of course, I cannot say that. I cannot say that you cannot enjoy freedom. It is your inalienable right to enjoy freedom. But let me tell you, If you do not understand what is happening, if you are not aware that there is war going on, as declared by Musa, he called it asymmetric warfare. Asymmetric warfare. He also called it again jungle warfare. Musa declared war on Biafra people, and he gave it two different names. And those two names are talking about one thing: jungle warfare and asymmetric warfare. If you are not aware and you are not financing the Nweronwe Omo Biafra, I want you to pay attention this very evening that the war that Musa declared is actually going on. It's going on, I can assure you. Now, let us watch this clip, and after this clip, I will play another one and another one and another one before we go into the next segment of this very live presentation. In Ania, or another one. In Ania, they don't know how prepared we prepare. They don't know how prepared we are. They are not aware that we are seeing them. And the prime minister is watching them from his, let me even read what he wrote here. Very, very important. Let me read what he said. Let me read the write-up of the PM here. He said, "The war is on and I am still watching the battlefield from my location. The terrorist Nigerian army falling with all their tanks. They are falling with all their tanks. Please keep sharing this very broadcast. It is very, very important that you do so. Very, very important that you do so. If you are one of us, keep sharing it." Now, this is another one. This is another one. And let's first of all see what the Prime Minister said. He said here, he said, "The second Biafra-Nigeria war in a low key. Keep deceiving yourself in one Nigeria." Now, this is the video. Keep deceiving yourself in one Nigeria. Look at the date here. Look at the date. 2024, July 23rd. This is happening at exactly 10 a.m. Biafra time. In a armor tank, huh? Are you seeing their armor tanks? Are you seeing the entourage? Look at from this side. Look at. Let us see another video anyway. Keep hitting the share button. Keep hitting the like button. Very, very important. I hope my voice is coming out clear. Please let me know in the comment section if my voice is coming out clear. Let me know. It is very, very important. I want to know if my voice is coming out clear, please, my people. If it's very, very sound, because today we have again changed to another software. We are looking for the best. We want the best software in order to serve the Biafra people very, very well without any interruption or whatsoever. So please keep letting me know in case if my voice ceases to come out. Now, according to the PM, he said, breaking: the footage of Biafra Ogbunigwe decimating the Nigeria terrorist army tank, while the BDF finished the terrorists inside. Live footage of the war today, 23rd July 2024 by 10:23 a.m. Biafran time. Now, let us play the video. Efreya, otri egwuogwu. Chelo. Watch here. Otri, if otri abugwuogwu. Watch here. Watch. I want you to follow the mouse. I don't know if you can see the mouse. Can you see the mouse? Can you see the mouse, my people? If you can see the mouse, say yes. Now, if you can see the mouse, I want you to follow. You see the place where the mouse is right now. This is one of the tanks. This is one of the tanks here. Now watch. Watch if I am there. Doom. Osuolea. Ntipia komeria. Otrientipia. Otrientipia. I want the zoo to know. Otiana, Otipiania. Okwefrea. I want the zoo to understand that the time has gone. The time has come and gone when they come to the land of Biafra and slaughter innocent Biafra just like that. And they celebrate, they take videos and post it on social media without any repercussion. Nobody has ever answered the law, and the justice has never been done or passed against those who have come and massacred innocent Biafrans in Biafra territory. Both those that did this evil, that committed this crime in 1967 to 1970 till today. And the resumption of this massacre is not from 1999. No. It never ended. Talk less of resuming. It never ended for one single day. Because since the shambolic declaration of no victor, no vanquish in 1970, Biafran people have always paid the price of one Nigeria. There is a man called Akaloka. I think his full name is Gideon Akaloka, if I'm not mistaken. Ebelodama Anisi n'Ugwu Hausa. He paid the price of one Nigeria. He was an Igbo man. Even the man called Kensaro Wiwa, although he betrayed his own people during the war, but he was a Biafran, he paid the price of one Nigeria. The other one, called the one that started a John Nation. What's his name? Somebody remind me his name. He was a military officer. Somebody remind me his name, please. What's the name of that man that started, a John Nation? Niger Delta Republic. Can somebody remind me? He's from Ijo. Adakaboro. Thank you. Thank you, John Uchenna. Adakaboro. He paid the price of one Nigeria. Plus others. Plus others. Are we talking about how Igbos were, should I say, because when I say Igbos, he looks at Yoruba and the Fulani do not know who is Igbo and who is Ijo. They don't know who is Igbo and who is Calabar. They don't know who is Igbo and who is a Gala. They don't know who. Tell them I'm from Benue State is none of their business. They know our face. They know how we look. Yoruba knows how we look. How they don't even recognize whether you are Calabar or whether you are Igbo. They don't recognize whether you are a John. Now you they talk that one na your own matter. Now your own problem. The Fulani do not know whether you are from Efik. The Fulani does not understand. Yoruba does not understand whether you are from Urobo. They don't care. Speak your own dialect. They don't care. They know our face. The problem there is that they know our face. Yes. So when you tell them, hey, I'm not Igbo, my name is Mwishu, my name is Yeso, my name is this, my name is that. Twist it as you like. They don't care. They know everybody from the old eastern region of the zoo as an Igbo man. What about what happened to our people, to Biafrans during the 1994 Osabiola? Was it 94, 93? Osabiola. Abiola riot. Something that happened in Abuja and Lagos. Where did Abiola die? I think after Abiola, Abiola died in Abuja because it was during that time. It was during that time that they relocated the capital territory to Abuja. I think they relocated it in 1991, if I'm not mistaken, but I am sure it was under Babangida. So if they had already relocated it before Abiola's demise, that means it happened in Abuja, whether Abiola was in Lagos or not. Now, something that happened between Abiola, who was a Yoruba man, and the Fulani that controlled the power as at then under, was it Abacha or Babangida, when Abiola Abiola died. It became a problem of an Igbo man, of a Biafran man. Biafrans paid the price. That one came Nanya. Biafrans paid the price of Osa Abiola in 1993. You see, Biafrans paid the price of Osa Abiola. Who paid Abiola? Abiola paid under Babangida, if I'm not mistaken. Who even imprisoned him? Who hijacked the power, the presidency? Babangida hijacked it. After Abiola won the election free and fair, Babangida Fulani man said, no, we cannot accept. They hijacked the power, imprisoned Abiola. Abiola died inside the prison while Igbo man paid the price. Igbo man paid the price. Both the Yorubas, who their brother died, and the Fulanis, who paid the brother of Yorubas, face Igbos. The same thing they want to do with this so-called End Bad Governance in Nigeria protest. The same thing they did during the EndSARS. Today, they tell you that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is one that orchestrated and started EndSARS. That is the news everywhere. The news today is that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu started EndSARS protest. Sowore Omoele has been sidelined because he's a Yoruba man. Others have been, sidelined. Nobody's talking about them. Today, it is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They even went to the extent of saying that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu sent his foot soldiers to attack Sanwo-Olu in Lagos. That is what they say. So if you think, I want to send message to the Zoo Army, that if you ever dream or believe that you are still living in the past, whereby you can come and massacre innocent Biafrans as you like, then I want to tell you that you are living in a fool's paradise. You are living in the past, because that time has passed. It can never, ever happen again. It can never, ever happen again. I am Alugo 44 no Namaro. We now know what you don't know. We now know what you don't know. We understand the game now. Odoganyanya. We have said enough is enough. We can no longer be killed by the Nigerian state just like that. On a regular basis, Biafran people keep on paying the price of one Nigeria. That time has passed long ago. Now, am I talking about what is going on in the north? Which one am I talking about? Even during the last one, the one that happened in Kano. Was it in Kano or Sokoto? What was the name of that young lady? What is the name of that young lady? Can somebody remind me the name of that young lady that they stoned a couple of years ago? There is that woman, that young girl, that school girl. Can somebody help me with her name? They said has committed blasphemy. Igbo businessman paid the price. Deborah, thank you. Thank you, John Uchenna. Thank you, Pastor Jeff. Igbo businessmen paid the price in Sokoto. Something that has nothing to do with Igbo. We pay the price just to keep the zoo one. What about Abuja? Couple of months ago, an Hausa man was shot by a police officer in Abuja, where they call the center of the zoo capital territory. An Hausa man, that a hawker, was shot and sent to judgment by a zoo police, overzealous police officer. A trigger-happy police officer shot a Nigerian, a citizen. An innocent man shot at him and killed him. What's the crime? The crime was that in the market, they said they don't want hawkers in the, loitering around the market. But this Hausa boy hawked within that the territory of that market. Then the chairman of the market, an Hausa man, asked the police officer to shoot at the man when he was running because they wanted to arrest him. The idiotic police officer shot at that man, and that man was killed. Now, when the Hausa, youths and the Okada riders came back with force, besieged the market, they set that market ablaze. And guess what? Who are the people trading in that market? That market is predominantly Igbos. Can somebody remind me of that market? I can't remember if it's Wuse, but I'm very sure the story that I'm talking about is very familiar. You are aware of it. Was it Wuse or what? There's that popular market in Abuja. Can somebody remind me? Because this is something that happened a couple of months ago. Not even up, I don't know if it's up to 1 year. That market was set ablaze. Many people were killed and many shops razed. Properties worth billions of naira destroyed. In Abuja, Igbo man paid the price when a northern police officer shot a northerner. Igbo man paid the price. We can no longer continue like that. That's why I always say, anybody who sees Simon Ekpa in Finland, buy him a champagne on my behalf. Those of you who are going for this very convention, the good thing you can do for me, I have been announcing it, because that is going to be an opportunity for you to see the Prime Minister. Present him a bottle of champagne. Tell him that this champagne is from Biafra Unite. It's from Odenanwa. Even though I will not pay you right now, I'm going to pay you later. By the time Biafra comes, remind me. You don't have to remind me because I will watch the video. I will save that video and I will reward you handsomely. I'm telling you, buy a wine and give it to him. If not, Mazi Simon Ekpa, who picked it up from where Mazi Nnamdi Kanu left after he was sabotaged. By today, Biafra land would have been overrun by the terrorists. I'm telling you the truth. The gospel, only the gospel, there's nothing else. Now let us see another video that just landed. If you haven't shared the broadcast, I don't know what you're waiting for. And of course, let me know. Please let me know if my voice is coming out clear. Let me know if my voice is coming out, please. If you can hear me, please let me know. Very, very important. Very, very important, please. Can you hear me? If you can hear me, please let me know before we proceed. Okay, I think my voice is still coming out, so we have to continue. I have another video which I want to play for you, so please pay attention. Now, according to the PM, he said, meanwhile, in the Biafra jungle, the terrorist Nigerian army with all their tanks refuse to move forward into the jungle. They can't. They can't. Now, let's watch the video and see how they are panicking. They are in panic mode. They have been in panic mode for a very long time. We want you to continue your journey, terrorist. Fulani terrorist in khaki uniform. You must continue your movement. Network abakwa. Network abakwa. But we must continue. There are other videos, of course. If this one doesn't want to play, maybe we're going to come back to it. Meanwhile, let me show you another video. Another one, yeah, bolele. Now let us see this one, and then, of course, let's see this one. According to the PM, he said here, the terrorist Nigerian army who came to our land to buy our people are in our jungle, making noise and arguing why Biafra Liberation Army are decimating them in their numbers. Like as I told you, there is a video that he shared a couple of minutes ago, which unfortunately, because of the graphic image, I will not bring it to the screen. Now, let me play this one. Look at them. Look at them. They no fit go again. You see how they see where they pack their armor tanks. See, look at I don't know if you can see the mouse. Look at their armor tanks. Look at these ones here. See, from here now, from here down to where the road begins. This is their armor tanks. From here, move down. I don't know if you can see the light, the headlamp. This one, and I'm sure it does not end there. Very certain it doesn't end there. These are all armored, both armored military personnel carrier and armored tanks. They have come to buy in Biafra land. Now they have all come down. Look at them walking. Look at them walking. You see how they're walking? But they are not aware that we are seeing them. That's why we are decimating them. They are not aware. We normally say we can see you, but you cannot see us. But they don't know. They don't know the meaning. That's why they are falling like flies. Mad people everywhere. You think each and every can egu? Go and tell Musa that na jungle they too tight. Nego change go. Go and tell Musa. The only thing we want is when they send you, don't go. That is when we will know that yes, Biafra has come. When they send you, don't go. By the time you start telling your commanders no, then That is the change. That is the game changer. And Biafrans, they cannot tell their commander no until when they see their numbers and they see that nothing is remaining. Even if they let them recruit 1 million repentant Boko Haram, they will all be decimated. Any also for the millions, they will all be what? Decimated completely, whether they like it or not. Whether they like it or not. Because we cannot tolerate any criminality in Biafra territory. We cannot tolerate terrorism. We cannot tolerate crime in our land. It is not possible. It can never happen. That is the reason why we are fighting for freedom. If you don't know, you better know today that Nigeria Army remains the #1 terrorist organization in entire Africa. #1 terror group in Africa is Nigeria military. Do you want us to go and define terrorism? You want us to go to Google? Do you want us to start asking Google the definition of terrorism? When you come into a village, shoot anyone at sight, terrorize the entire community, bomb their homes and their market squares. Innocent people, for that matter. Who are you? Who are you? I really want to play this video. I hope it plays in Ekpa as well. Who are you? You are a terrorist. That is the reason why I tell you, I hit my chest and tell you that the #1, the most dangerous terror group in Africa is Nigeria military. I'm telling you the truth. Their videos are everywhere. Apart from that, how do you explain a military organization recruiting a non-Boko Haram members into their ranks and they call them repentant Boko Haram? How do you explain it? How do you want to explain that to the world? No. Let us ask ourselves very important question. How do you explain to the whole world that a military organization of a whole nation recruiting a non-terrorist group, fighters into their own ranks, and they baptize them with a very beautiful name, repentant Boko Haram? How do you explain it to the world? Can you explain that? Like, seriously, can you explain it to the whole world? That means you have not just been infiltrated, but you are now a confirmed terror group. That is Nigeria Army for every one of you that cares to know. Now we are coming gradually to our main, topic today. Based on the title of this very live presentation, I want to show you the first one. The first one. The first one before moving into, now we have moved into the second segment of this very live presentation. We have 3 different segments to, somebody say, okay, fine. We have 3 different things to treat this very evening. We have treated 1, and now we are moving into the second segment, which is very, 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 very important. Please, if you haven't liked and shared this very broadcast, I don't know what you're waiting for. If you are joining me right now, kindly hit the like and share buttons. Very, very, very imperative, because this very gospel must be preached, whether they like it or not. Now, they said, Enugu warns against enforcing sit at home. Enugu. Who is this Enugu? Who is Enugu? As far as I'm concerned, there is nobody called Enugu. No single human being called Enugu. But there's a village, there's a community known as Enugu. That community is in Biafra land. I can't tell you the state where that very community is located, but there's a community, probably it's Enugu State of Biafra. Not the concocted Enugu State of the zoo, not Enugu State of Nigeria. So, and as far as I know, as far as I'm concerned, the people who come from that very community known as Elugu, not Enugu, not this baptized name, Elugu, the people from that very Elugu their names are not called Enugu as in their biological name. I don't know if any of them is called Elugu. So when they say Enugu warns against enforcing sit-at-home, who is Enugu? And they put the face of this idiot here. Who is Enugu? Is it Peter Mbah? Is now Mbah Enugu? Who is Enugu? Who is Peter Mbah? Wambanshi. Who is Enugu? Even if you want to tell me anything like Enugu warns against enforcing sit-at-home, you shouldn't put the face of Peter Mbah. You should have put the face, the crowd, the faces of the people from Enugu, from Elugu, the normal community known as Elugu in Alibo. You should have put their faces and the crowd. Or if you want to refer the old Enugu state of Nigeria, you should put the crowd, or you go to the famous market of Obete. You snap picture of Obete where people are crowded. You put it there and you tell us Enugu warns against enforcing sit-at-home. Not idiot, not an idiot. How can you put the face of an idiot and you write Enugu warns? Who told you that Enugu stay the old? Because that very old state of Nigeria in Enugu, we now have three beautiful states from that old state of Enugu, Nigeria. We now have 3 states from that old state under Biafra land. So, but let me call them by that old name. If you want to tell us about Enugu, you must not put the face of an idiot. Because as far as I know, the people of Enugu, old Enugu, with current 3 different states under Biafra, are fully in support, I want to repeat, are fully in support of both the Biafra Prime Minister, His Excellency Mazi Simon Ekpa, and of course, the Biafra liberation from the Zoological Republic. So, who else are you referring to as Enugu warns? Enugu warns. Who is the Enugu? Enugu people are in support of what we are doing. In fact, Fabuyanisi, in case you don't know, Fabuyanisi, and this idiot that you have his picture here does not enjoy 1% of loyalty of Undi Enugu. I can hit my chest and say it. At least our Monday sit-at-home has said it all. It is a referendum of its own. And our self-referendum, at least in that old Enugu state alone, has recorded no less than 10 million people. In that old Enugu alone. Yes. So when you tell me Enugu, I begin to wonder, which Enugu are you talking about? And you put a picture of an idiot that nobody respect, nobody recognize, nobody listen to. Nobody listen to the idiot. No single, I want to tell you, because if anybody listens to the idiot, this Oluku on the screen, if anybody listens to him, then nobody will be sitting at home every Monday. Nobody would have voted from Enugu State, old Enugu State, for the ongoing Biafra self-referendum. Nobody would have voted. No single person would have voted. I'm telling you the truth. So when you say Enugu warns against it at home, no, against enforcing it at home, our people will genuinely sit at home in Enugu State and listen and listen very good. I want to sound it not just as a warning, but as an information. I want to put it as a record to our people. And everybody must pay attention to this. Please, if you haven't shared this very broadcast, I do not know what you are waiting for, because Ugo Ebelugo Nambawu. Can you hear my voice? Please, if you can hear my voice, let me know. I want you to let me know if you can hear me from your end, because we are about to decimate a murderer. Can you hear my voice? Please, if you can hear me, let me know in the comment section. Very, very important. Very, very, very important, my people. Now, let us first of all, can you hear me, please? I want to see your comment if you can hear me. Hey, my brother is here. Rafu Chamaka Jere Onyenkemo Wanemado. You are highly welcome. Chuku Gaziage. Now, we want to send a very strong message to this Oluku this evening, as they are panicking. They are panicking, and we are going to help them. We will help them. Now let's listen to the idiot, and then we'll send our message to him.
People are known for hard work. That's it. That's who we are. That is in our DNA. That's our civic habits. We enjoy working hard. And this man sits somewhere and says he loves the Igbo and dictate to us not to go to work. Okay, so I want to also take this opportunity to call on our people to disregard this threat, disregard him and his threat, right? We have demonstrated our capacity.
No, we are going back. We will go back. It's a shame. It's a big shame that this is an imbecile that what's the name of that news platform that said Enugu warns against enforcing sit at home? What's the name? Is it Punch or Vanga Punch? I think it's Punch. Punch. Is it this idiot? Oh, reformer. Look at the way we say Onya leader. Leader. Look at the way he speaks. And you want Enugu Gorakukwo in a place that we have UNN, the University of Nsukka, in an old city that we have UNN, one of the best universities in entire Africa. Meaning Noboru ndi Enugu na Anuoku. And they are battle ready. They are ever battle ready. Ndi Enugu. And you want to tell me, no, this Olu Wolemba will speak to them and they will listen. So among the Enugu State, that's why they don't care about him. Nobody pays attention to him. Among the Enugu State, although I will not blame our people, because the Fulani chooses who will represent them in order to continue their neo-colonization, or should I say neo-colonialism in Biafra territory. So I will not blame our people, because nobody ever voted this idiot. Nobody. Because you cannot vote for this kind of idiot as your leader. Look at the way he speaks. He is panicking. Only the mention of Simon Ekpa. The man I know in a pant. Only the mention of Simon Ekpa on your mamma in a pant. Mamma Yoko. In a good day, the man Aruna Maya Gigi, because he couldn't deliver he could not deliver. Haruna Chayoko. Now let's listen to the idiot.
Our people are known for hard work.
Is this a sermon? Is it a preaching, or is he giving an instruction as the so-called governor? Is it a sermon? Because as far as I can see, this is just a sermon. But let's watch him.
That's who we are. That is in our DNA. That's our civic habits. We enjoy working hard. And this man sits somewhere and says he loves the Igbo and dictate to us not to go to work. Okay, so I want to also take this opportunity to call on our people to disregard this threat, disregard him and his threat.
He said, I also want to take this opportunity to call on our people, Now, Biafrans, I want to show you the difference between a leader and a charlatan. I want to show you a difference. I don't have to play the video of the Prime Minister for you to know the characteristics of a true leader. I also don't have to play the video of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for you to know the characteristics of a true leader. This man said, Mazi Ekpa said, on the 29th, 30th, 31st, and 2nd of August, listen, on the 29th, 30th, and 31st of July, and the 2nd of August will be shut down. The 3 days of July is shut down of every zoo, government, representative or of office within Biafra territory within these 3 days will all be shut down. Every zoo office or government representative must not operate, must be shut down. He said, must be shut down within the 3 days. And then on the 2nd of August, that happens to be on Friday, there will be total lockdown in entire Biafra land. He is not saying, I want to use this opportunity to call on our people to sit at home on Friday, 2nd of August. No. No. There is absolutely nothing like that. If he speaks like that, nobody will pay attention to him. Nobody will pay attention to him. He did not come here to tell you, I want to use this opportunity to call on our people to please sit at home on Friday. No. Because you know why he cannot do like that? He is not just giving order to Biafrans. No. But he is doing what Biafrans ask him to do. Ndị boturu si na nwata nne ya dinyelu oli na-eji ọkpa agbarido. That is an Igbo adage. Nwata nne ya dinyelu ori. After this broadcast, this idiot will like to upgrade. This old Luku, because I'm very only female wa Kapita Mbana man get this broadcast. It's impossible. Now, as he's going live, he will listen to it later. So I know he's going to upgrade before the upcoming sit at home. I'm sure he will come out and speak again. But if you don't have it, you don't have it. Originality is originality. Fake can always be fake. No matter how you try to blend it, fake will always be fake. whether you like it or not. It is fake, and it remains fake. It doesn't matter how you try to polish it. He's a fake. Nobody voted for him. So, Mazi Simon Ekpa, the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile, gives order for 4 days lockdown in Biafra land. He is not just commanding the Biafra people, but he is doing what the Biafra people ask him to do. They sent him there. He was elected as the Prime Minister of the BLGIE, of the Biafra Republic government in exile. He didn't just come, hey, from today I am Prime Minister. No. So nwata nne ya dinyere ori na-eji ọkpa gbarido orute dị ọpịawa do because all man on backup. Peter Mbahu is backing you. Fulani is backing you, but this same Fulani has no authority in Biafra land. So you are just an extension. And you know that the Enugu people do not listen to you. That's why you are begging them. So I am using this opportunity to call on our people to disregard this. He's begging them. Also to go. Also to go now. The idiot is begging them to disregard the Prime Minister of Biafra. A mumu man, even their boss, one of their bosses in Abuja, Okpabio, what is the name of the so-called Senate president? The weakest, not wicked though, the weakest politician in Africa is that man called Okpabio. What's his full name? Somebody remind me. Say shame. I don't even know the full name of the Senate, so-called Senate president. Can somebody remind me the full name of that Okpabio man? That Asiko Okpabio is always confusing me. Can somebody remind me his full name, please? Okpabio, the so-called Senate president, the decorated image of one idiot. Somebody remind me his name, Okpabio. Goswell, thank you. Ngozi Morin, thank you. Thank you, Evans. Okpabio, Goswell Okpabio, has said he is the number 3rd citizen of the zoo, even though he is the weakest man, the weakest politician in the world, but he has also legitimized, he has confirmed, he has authoritatively confirmed that the Prime Minister of Biafra is the governor of the entire Eastern region. He said it. I am not the one who said. You know one thing about us, the reason why we always have audience is because we don't do propaganda. That is the reason why we don't have we have never lost audience before, even right from after the DOS shenanigan, with all their propaganda and Radio Biafra shenanigan and 5,000 or 500,000 media warriors, according to Chinas and Woru, we were able to defeat them. We never lose audience because we don't do propaganda. Everything we tell you is pure truth, and we come with evidence. We come with evidence. So Okpabio said that Simon Ekpa, though he made a mistake, remember, he made a mistake because he should have known that Prime Minister is higher than the governor. But why he is right is because he didn't just say governor of Enugu or governor of Anambra or governor of Imo, but he said that he is the governor of the entire Eastern region, including his own state. If we get now, so that is why what he said was authentic, very, very authentic. Yes. Now let us continue listening to this idiot.
Right, we have demonstrated our capacity to. Okay, so I want to also take this opportunity to call on our people to disregard this strength.
Nobody will disregard. How can you disregard your prime minister? Somebody onye na zogendo. Mazi Simon Ekpa, His Excellency, the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile, can never be disregarded as far as Biafra land is concerned. He can never be disregarded. Not even you, Peter Mbah Oluwolemba, not you, not Soludo, not Hopus Odemma, not Mwifuru. Mwifuru, I'm looking for another news where they say Mwifuru has bought a SUV and assorted cars worth 6.5 billion naira and given to his cabinet members when people are dying of hunger in Ebonyi State, in the old Ebonyi State. The likes of this idiot. So who can disregard a man who say, no, we cannot continue like this? We need a better life for our people. Nobody can disregard him. Nobody, because everybody is in support of what he's doing. Nobody supports you. The entire zoo, apart from Biafra land, and the reason why Biafrans are not involved is because we asked them not to be involved. The entire zoo is gearing up to begin their protest in August 1st against your likes, against your criminality. And here you are, calling people who are gearing up to march on the street against your criminality to disregard somebody that they ask to come and defend them. Are you okay? Are you normal? Even if you look at his face, look at his face. Let me try and see if I can bring it full. Look at his face. The man is crying. The man is crying. Now, after this, we'll go to another one.
Disregard him and his threats, right? We have demonstrated our capacity to provide security for our people, and we will continue to do so.
He said they have demonstrated, listen, my people, Peter Wambanshi said that they have demonstrated their capacity to provide security for their people. The security Peter Wambanshi provided, I hope you can hear me. Please let me know in the comment section if you can hear me. Very, very important before we continue. Let me know in the comment section. Please, if you can hear me, tell me yes, you can hear me, please. Very, very important. Now, Peter Wambanshi Oluwolemba said that they have demonstrated their capacity to show to the people of Enugu that they can provide security. Of course, 100% right. And he made the only mistake there is that he changed the name. He used the word security. Instead of him to use the word murderers and killers, he used the word security. That is the only difference. But what he said is true. Pure. Peter Wambanshi Oluwolemba should have told the people of Enugu State that we have demonstrated our capacity to provide you murderers who come here with AK-47 to massacre innocent people in Enugu State. That is what Peter Wambanshi should have said. We have the videos. Or you think we have forgotten so soon how the so-called security in question went to Oboete and shot at sight, massacred innocent people, even when they were protesting against your criminality, how you locked their shops in Oboete. You sent this same so-called security you are talking about, you sent them to go and massacre them. You think we have forgotten? We have the videos. Till tomorrow we will still have the videos. The videos is in our archives. We have it, and we are going to use them against you when the time comes. Peter, I'm telling you, we shall use those videos against you when the time comes. So we have the videos. So you are right. When you say you are provided, the only mistake there is that you didn't use the right word. You should have said, we have demonstrated our capacity to provide murderers for all of you. No, sir, there is nothing like security about them, because a Fulani man can never provide security to the people of Biafra. Who is your police commissioner in Enugu State? In the old Enugu? Who is your police commissioner? Anybody from Enugu State here, please, because I know they have new commissioner of police. Can you let me know the name of Enugu State Police Commissioner? I used to know their names, but the ones I know are the old ones before Tinubu. Can you tell me the current Enugu State police commissioner. If anybody from Enugu State here, old Enugu, of course, old Enugu. When I say Enugu, I'm talking about the old Enugu of Nigeria, not the current, 3 states we have in that very part of Biafra land. Is anybody from old Enugu here? If there's nobody, I can even check it immediately without wasting any time. Police commissioner, I'm doing this because of the people of that very part of Biafra. Police commissioner of Enugu State. Yes, it is very, very important that we do this. Very, very important. So that our people will know. Those who may be deceived by this man called Pitamba. By this idiot called Pitamba. Those of you, now listen. I want you to pay attention, my people. Based on what I can see here, I don't know if it's the current one. I don't know if it's the current one. But the name that I'm seeing here, let me even check if anybody has commented in the comment section. Nobody has ever commented about it. Okay, the names I'm seeing here, I don't know if it's the current one. I'm seeing Ahmed Amani. But I don't know if he's the current one. Mr. Amani took over from the outgoing commissioner of police, Abubakar Lawal. Now, the former one was Abubakar Lawal. And this Ahmed Amani took over from Abubakar Lawal. All of them from Fulani. New commissioner. Now, let me see this new commissioner to know. I want Biafrans to understand that there is no how a Fulani man who has done everything possible to exterminate Biafrans since the amalgamation of Biafra and the subsequent what do you call it? What do you call it? Is it freedom, or what should I call it? Of Nigeria. The Fulani has always been the one to destroy the Biafra people. So, and the Fulani man, Fulani controls the zoo police. Fulani controls the zoo police. So therefore, there is no how an organization being controlled by a Fulani man, even though they let them give it to an Igbo man as the police commissioner in Enugu State as at now. The name that I saw there looks like the former police commissioner in Enugu State. So I'm telling our people in Enugu State and the other places in Biafra land that the police of the zoo and the military of the zoo is controlled by the terrorists, and there is no how a terrorist will guarantee your protection or your security. It is not possible. It is not possible. Anybody who tells you that he or she has provided security for our people, that person is lying to you, because a Fulani controlled police or army of the zoo can never in any way guarantee protection to a Biafran man. It is not possible. It is not, I said not possible. There is no any Jupiter that will make a Fulani controlled organization give you security or life as a Biafran man. It is not possible. So this man is just lying. He's just lying. And he knows, look at his face. He knows that he's lying. That's why his face is looking like this. That's why his face is looking like this. Because he knows that he's lying. Now, let's listen to him, because I have another thing to show.
Through the help of the security agencies. We cannot be intimidated. We cannot submit ourselves to this siege atmosphere he wants to create in the southeast.
Peter Mbah, Biafran people are not intimidated, but the criminals like you are being intimidated. And not just being intimidated, excluded. Not only being excluded, but the vote of no confidence has been passed on all of you criminals. So you are the ones feeling intimidated, not Biafran people. Biafran people are fully 100% in support of whatever the Biafra government is doing, because they know that it is for the freedom, the utmost, in fact, the most important thing as it stands today for every Biafran man is freedom. Nothing else. Nothing else, not even their millions. The most important thing to every Biafran man today is freedom. Every common Biafra, every common man in the land of Biafra today craves for freedom, because they know that there is no life under the zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom. Criminals like you can never give life to our people. Do we have light in Enugu State? Peter Mbah, do we have light in Enugu State? Since you have been there for the past 1 year, what have you done? Peter Mbah, have you built any city? Are you telling me that Enugu State, with all our mineral and solid resources in Enugu State, you don't have money to build a brand new city, not the GRA, not within the government house, not within Enugu City that was built many years ago, very many years ago? All of you will come, you sit there. Hope of them Rocha Sokra Sabia or Nodunaware. Hope of them Mabia or Nodunaware. Soluda Abia or Nodunoka. Keronian Kozanoa. Iquiquio Bianobia or Nodunoka. Tell me any of you that has mustered courage to build a brand new city. I'm not talking about township. Tell me any of you that has mustered courage enough to build a brand new city. Not that nonsense Devuma he was doing in Ebonyi State, calling it a city. Not that stupidity. Not that stupidity. Imagine Oka, a whole Anambra State, one of the most important states. I'm talking about the old Anambra. I'm using their old names. Imagine one of the states that generate the highest inland revenue, the highest GDP. Anambra, apart from Lagos and Kano State, Anambra is another state, and the Igbo, I'm using their old names. Apart from Lagos, Kano, and Port Harcourt, Anambra State is the fourth state that generate the highest, inland revenue, GDP, that generate the highest GDP as a state in the zoo, because of the factories and companies in both Onitsha, Obaru, and the Nnewi. The tax that Anambra State collects is higher than every other state apart from these 4 states that I've mentioned, maybe including Delta State. Yes. But since how many years that they relocated the capital of Anambra State to Awka from Enugu? They relocated it from Enugu, brought it to Awka. Till today, Awka is still like a normal village. Till today, Awka is still like a normal village with a small township. And every governor will come and sit there. Every governor will come, sit there. And he will travel. He will travel to France. He will travel to London. He will travel to New York. You see those cities. Are you telling me that the money that you collect on a monthly basis and share within your cabinet It's not enough. You don't have enough money to build a gigantic city in Oka. An Apache, if you see a gallop everywhere, potholes everywhere. And you want people to listen to you. You think we are fools? You think we are cowards? No, we are not. We know what we are doing. Let's listen to the idiot.
People are hardworking people. They are known for their hard work. We treasure our hardworking, and we would continue to do so. You cannot love a people, and all you do is the very essence of their existence. You want to pull it from them, okay, and then claim you love them, claim you're fighting for. This is just for him to grow his followership, gaining cheap publicity, but
oh, look, the idiot said this is just for him to grow his followership. Can you imagine? Of course, you are the one looking for cheap followership because Mazi Simon Ekpa, the Prime Minister of the BLGIE, is not in any way looking for followership. Never. The Biafra people knows him, they believe in him, they follow him very, very well. And they know that he is serious to bring freedom to them. That's why everybody listens to him. And as a matter of fact, the Biafran people see him today as savior. In case you don't know, let me say this. Let me say it. Many Biafrans today, as it stands today, many Biafrans today see the same man you say he's trying to grow his followership. No. A lot of Biafrans see him as a savior. I'm telling you the truth. So in case you think that he's fighting, he's trying to grow his followers, according to what you said, it's a lie. Please let me know if you can hear me now so that we can continue. Let me know in the comment section. I believe my voice is back. Let me know, please.
Remain adamant that he probably is not going to allow this. He said the unity of Nigeria is non-negotiable. That clearly indicates that he's not going to relent in his push to silence any voice of dissenting as far as that position is concerned. So which way forward to heal the divide between or amongst the Nigerians, especially on Biafra crisis?
The best thing is to ask them what they want. I remember one time Professor Wole Soyinka said, if we can continue fighting Biafrans for such a long time, it's not long before we go to war, which is actually happening right now. Why don't we ask them what they want? And for sure they have voiced and they have said it, that they want referendum. Why? Because for a long time, they do not have a mutual understanding with the rest of the Nigeria nation. They are not understood. They are marginalized for such a long time. They are not wanted by the rest of the Nigerian government. So the best thing is to take them to a referendum so that we know exactly what they want and separate them if that is exactly what they want. Why? Because if we continue like this, these are crises not only in Nigeria, but it will have a ripple effect to the bordering countries. And with time, it will have a big effect to the African countries. As I'm talking, Africa has the largest immigrants to the world. It has the largest refugees to the rest of the continents. Why is that so? It's because of such crises that we can see in Biafra and Amazonia and other countries like Sudan. So I think before we even move forward, it's very important that we give or they're given referendum. From there, they can be able to sort out the rest of the challenges. And it's quite unfortunate because we have diplomatic missions in Nigeria. Why can't they take that issue with them and sort it out? Why are they quiet? Why is the world quiet when Biafrans are suffering? Why is the world quiet when we know very well that such issues can affect the whole of the African continent? It's quite sad, and that's why as Punchline Africa TV will continue talking to the world and saying that these people need a referendum. They're not needed. If you don't need me in your space, give me what I want so that I can self-govern myself, which I think it's a good way and a diplomatic way of allowing people to go their way.
Mm-hmm. That would be cool. Coupled with that, I would like you to approach it from a different angle altogether. What probably could have informed this agitation for, of course, separation, for a referendum to go separate ways between, of course, Nigeria and the people of Biafra? Let's approach it from that angle as you and ask ourselves, what probably can we do to see into it that we find a healing in this divide?
Yeah, I think it's paramount to understand that for starters, there was no redemption, and the word you just used, healing, from the first Biafran crisis in 1967, to the 3 years fighting. And if you remember very well, there was a brief period where they got their independence, and then the Nigerian military decided to send all the planes to just bomb indiscriminately anybody who was found in that region. And those scars are passed on in what is called transgenerational trauma. You don't even have to tell your child about this. It's the same thing that affects most African countries. You don't really need to tell your child, hate this person or hate this person, but the way you behave and the way you talk about these things and the tone with which you use, your children pick that, and then they grow up with that. They send it to their children and their children's children, and each generation comes forth understanding their history and knowing very well that we are the people who have been marginalized in a country where we are one of the most, we are creating profit. We're bringing GDP, one of the highest rates of GDP. We're bringing the largest group of intelligent people. We're bringing the largest group of talented people. And yet we are the people who are not benefiting from all this. And this crisis goes on in most of the countries that we are finding, we are finding, in the African continent with protests currently like Amazonia and Ethiopia. If you bring in another angle of how the Nigerian government has been dealing with this agitation, I believe, or I think, if they were to avoid the situation that they're finding themselves in, they really should have addressed the issue of why there was a Biafran war. There was a Biafran war, rather, in the first place. As it is, they are taking the Paul Biya approach of assuming everything is fine, because we're in Lagos. While everything is not fine, people continue to die. You continue to apply the colonial methodology of handling protests, and that is arresting people arbitrarily, disappearing people arbitrarily. For a very long time, we don't know where Nnamdi Kanu is. That should not happen in this day and age. For a very long time, I don't know how many Biafrans have disappeared, how many have run from their homes, fearing persecution or fearing death. And that is a very old, very archaic way of dealing with these protests. Most of these African governments could have benefited and could have avoided this crisis if they came forth and asked the people, what is it we can do for you? Where did we go wrong? How can we institute healing to begin in the Biafran region to start with? How can we make sure that we set up, even if it's a ministry, or talk to the Ministry of Devolution, because Nigeria was one of the countries that started the federal system in Africa, and yet you have people with no roads. It makes zero sense, and that is a very bad conviction on devolution in Africa. So as it is, I think the onus is on the Nigerian government, first of all, to understand why there was a Biafran war in the first place, understand why it still goes on, ask the people what they want, and as it is right now, if they asked the people 10 years ago, the needs will be different, because right now all they want is a referendum. All they want is a referendum, and if they get that referendum, they're going to get out of Nigeria. They're going to vote and ratify that they need to be separate from Nigeria. The thing that the federal government of Nigeria fears about this is because they'll lose most of their resources and they'll lose most of their manpower and that skilled labor. This is something they should have addressed, to prevent the anthills building a mountain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I like that. You said if probably the federal government of Nigeria will have asked the people of Biafra what they want 10 years ago, things would have been different. Maybe the needs would have been different, but as it is today, the only call, and it remains so, is a referendum and nothing short of it. Let me hear from Linda Alela what you have to say about it. How can we heal the divide in Nigeria, more so with the Biafra crisis?
All right. Thank you so much, Tawish. Of course, the rest of the panel and the viewer. I've just gone an extra mile to try and understand all this crisis. It's a bit of history in Nigeria. And the Biafra problem is more than meets the eye. And it has gone to a level whereby I would say, it's a point of no return. I was looking to some report, or maybe at some reports that were suggesting that maybe in the year 2023 or years to come, Nigeria is likely to split even more into not just having Biafra on this other end, but a couple of others, around six
states.
Yes, over 6 states. So that is to tell you there's a big problem in Nigeria, not just in Biafra land. Maybe the few people of Biafra have realized how capable they are. They are learned to a level whereby they know very well that they can govern themselves. They have tried in the federal system. They have traditional and local leaders where you find the Igwes, and they've realized how possible it is for them to be able to work out things as a people. They enjoy the numbers, the people of Biafra. You know very well that they have a huge population that can literally actually form and sustain a country, for that matter. There's the question of resources, proper resources coming from the region of Biafra, talking about the Igbo, of course talking about the oil, that of course the external hand has major interest on. So then when you look at the question of Biafra, you start asking yourself, what is ailing Nigeria at large? Is it the problem with leadership? And if it is so, then it is not just the leadership of Buhari. This is leadership that has failed right from the word go, right from the previous governments that have been in place. Yeah. But it is always incumbent upon the existing government to address some of these issues.
Mr. President,
to address some of these key issues. So when there is proper agitation, for that matter, it is absurd to come out and, label these people as militant, as a militant organization, as opposed to sitting down as the president and trying to understand why is it that these people now want out. And moving forward, if giving them out would be a solution, why not? Why don't we just organize a referendum for them to vote whether they are going to succeed or not? Then we get to know the way moving forward. So as we speak right now, I think it's almost impossible or very hard to actually govern a country that is affiliated in lines with tribe, in lines with language, in lines with religion, it becomes very difficult. And even worse is that, you as a person would always find yourself lying in supporting the side that you belong. And I think that is what Buhari has portrayed for a long time, that he's failed to look at the...
All right. We are going to go into the next segment of this very live presentation this very evening. I want us to look into, before playing the other video which I have here, which I want to talk about, I want us to see something first. I want to show you something. Thank you for those of you that stick around, even when my voice is no longer, coming out. So I appreciate all of you. Please, if you have joined me and you haven't liked or shared the broadcast, I don't know what you are waiting for. Kindly do so that we can proceed. Very, very, very important, my people. Now, I'm going to be showing you just headlines, and then I will, first of all, okay, fine, let me show you headlines, and then I will play a video for you. A very, very important one indeed. If you haven't liked or shared the broadcast, please kindly do so. Very, very important as we proceed. Now, I want you to take a look at this. Just take a look at this, because there's a reason why I'm showing this. There's a very important reason why I'm showing this moment. As you can see on your screen, remember that yesterday, what's the name? Dangote was crying, lamenting how the, zoo has happened to him. Dangote, that happens to be the richest black man, not just in Africa, but in the world, the richest black man, if I'm not mistaken, in the world, was lamenting how Nigeria happened to him. And since then till today, everywhere in Morocco, meeting after meeting, meeting after meeting, meeting after meeting. Every single minute they were meeting. Now, the first one is this: Minister of State Petroleum Resources hosts crucial meeting to resolve Dangote refinery issues. If you are following, you would see the news that I recorded yesterday that Dangote put up his refinery up for sale. Now, since that very video of Dangote lamenting and crying how the zoo has happened to him, they have been running around. Now, this is the first one. Now, let me show you the second. I don't have to go on and start reading in full details, but let's just work with the headlines because I have a video to show you. Now, the second one says, as you can see here, reps ask federal government to sustain NMDPRA boss over anti-Dangote refinery comment. Of course, this so-called NMDPRA boss is here. The House of Representatives has called on the federal government to suspend the chief executive officer of the Nigeria Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority, Farouk Ahmed. So that very NMDPRA boss is called Farouk Ahmed. And what is the meaning of that NMDPRA? Is Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority. So it is a government parastatus. Now, the House of Representatives, controlled by Fulani, by one man now has called the federal government of the zoo to suspend another Fulani man who dare tackle Dangote. I don't know if you're paying attention because of what? Dangote is not just a Fulani man, but his business is being financed by the federal government of the zoo, run and controlled by the Fulani. Are you paying attention? So therefore, whatever that happens to Dangote happens to their own business. Now, let me now show you a video. Remember, this same Dangote we are talking about is a Fulani man, right? Dangote, a Fulani man. And because he had cried out, in loud voice that Nigeria has happened to him, everybody began to run mad. Including the so-called House of Representatives. Batalu Dangote also enyemaka. Because of what? He is a Fulani man. Are you paying attention? I want to show you something. And remember, Dangote is one of the top businessmen in the entire Zoological Republic. Though he is not alone. He is being used by the Fulani politicians to monopolize every single thing in the damnable Zoological Republic. As if that is not enough, immediately he cried out, boom, everywhere in Muroko. Everywhere in Muroko. Fabidona, na for organize. They began to gather. Meetings after meetings. Now, there is a man. This man is known as Allen Onyema. He's an Igbo man. Another top business mogul. Not just in the zoo, but in Africa. I want you to listen. For those who think that we are one, for those who believe that they are Nigerians, I want you to pay attention and understand what Biafra man, means in Nigeria. I want to let you know that as a Biafran in the zoo, you are finished. There is no any, I said any. There is no room, no space for you as a Biafran man in the Zoological Republic. No space whatsoever for you. Now, let me show you something. Please, I want you to pay very, very good attention to this. After this very video, I will play you another video in conclusion. But during that very video, I will, of course, share the link to the broadcast, to the studio, so that those of you who would want to join me live and direct to make your contribution will be able to do so. Now, pay attention. If you are a Biafran man in the zoo and you have not supported the restoration of Biafra, in fact, remember that I have shown you the Dangote, how he cried out, and then boom, meeting after meeting everywhere. Now let us see Air Peace. When he cried out, when the same zoo happened to him, there was no single meeting. Even as I'm speaking to you now, P2B has already issued a statement over Dangote matter in support of Dangote. As I'm speaking to you now, Otedola has issued a statement over the matter concerning Dangote. All the so-called northern elites have all issued a statement against the zoo that happened to Dangote. But listen to Onyema lamenting in the national television, so-called conventional TV. Nobody came to his rescue. Till today, he is looking for a way to sort himself out. Another top business mogul in the zoo, somebody that runs an airline. Do you know how much it costs to buy one plane? Now let's listen.
You went to everywhere Nigerians were to bring them back home when COVID-19 was raging on and all of that. And you've also you don't have capacity, but during COVID-19 you went to everywhere Nigerians were to bring them back home when COVID-19 was raging on and all of that. And you've also helped with evacuation. But the conversation about you not having capacity, I mean, what would you like to say as regards all of that? And why I kept on saying say it is because the things we live on say destroy our country. Say the absolute truth. How do you feel being treated this way, with the Minister of Aviation? And also the certification. Did Nigeria Air pass that certification, the AOC certification and all of that? Please, I want you to tell the absolute truth about how you've been treated this way and other airlines so that Nigerians will know the truth. We keep saying we don't want to talk. This country keeps getting destroyed every day. We want to be the voice of the people. Let the people know.
Rufai, the truth is, I'm a student of nonviolence education. So sometimes there are things we manage in order not to hit up the politics somehow. But the truth is this, we have to speak up. Well, that was why we went to court in the first place. Now, he said we don't have capacity. All those falsehoods were meant to demean the local operators, the indigenous Nigerian airlines, in favor of this charade they've put up with Ethiopia. That's all. To be allowed, even at the fake meetings. How many times, even the former president, Muhammad Buhari, shut down this national air project at a time. One man is just hoodwinking the country into believing that this is needed. All they need to do is to set up a strong flight carrier. If you if you provide the enabling environment for people to operate, more people will invest in the system. Now about capacity. He told the world that we are low in capacity. He told the world on television that Air Peace was giving Dubai to conduct flight operations into Dubai. Are they flying now? Air Peace is no longer flying to Dubai because they are low in capacity.
What's up?
Hi, Jira. We brought you here today to...
Sorry for that. Now you can see Air Peace lamenting.
I say, whoever advised Senator Hadi Sirika to come on television to defend the indefensible has not done him any good. The whole world knows. We started operations into Dubai, July 5th, 2019. We never stopped until COVID. Everybody stopped. When COVID stopped, we started. UAE decided, for whatever reason, to complete ban on issuance of visas to Nigeria. AP stopped going to Dubai. Emirates stopped coming to Nigeria. Neither APIS nor Emirates is flying this route now. None of them. So why should the Minister of Government barefacedly come on television that have this kind of outreach to the world to spoof falsehood because you want to paint the indigenous operators black and blue. Now, he said EPIS doesn't have capacity. The same EPIS, when the entire world shut down during the lockdown in 2020 because of COVID-19, EPIS went to China on 3 occasions, bringing back Nigerians. That is a 14, 15 hours non-stop flight, deploying our 777s to go there to bring Nigerians back to their homeland proudly 3 times. Yet EPIS doesn't have capacity. EPIS went to India 12 times, bringing Nigerians. Most Nigerians that went to India didn't have money to even pay Ethiopia to bring them back. Okay. I deployed my jets. EPIS deployed our jets. Went there, and those we brought back later put it in a newspaper to thank us. We brought them back to their country free of charge. We did 12 sorties to India. Yet EPIS doesn't have capacity. EPIS went to Thailand, brought Nigerians back. EPIS doesn't have capacity. EPIS went to Malaysia, brought Nigerians back. EPIS doesn't have capacity. EPIS went to Indonesia, brought Nigerians back. They don't have capacity. In Malaysia, Indonesia, Nigerians went to the embassy, almost attacked everybody because they were stranded. EPIS deployed, went there and brought them back. EPIS went to South Africa during COVID, brought Nigerians back. EPIS also went to England, to the UK, brought Nigerians back, went on a second one. The UK authorities said, oh no, you don't come again. They cancelled whatever they gave us, the permit they gave us. I paid for Nigerians, I hired a European carrier to bring them back. The federal government of Nigeria praised EPIS for doing that, for love of country. We did others. We don't have capacity. During the xenophobic attacks, Nigerians were being killed. Nigerian shops.
How many of you saw this man called what's his name? Allen Onyema, dancing and singing, praising the zoo? During that time, he brought our people back from South Africa. How many of you saw him dancing and singing, praising the zoo, making caricature of our struggle? And he lamented for over 1 hour on television, lamenting, crying like a baby. Nobody came to his rescue. Nobody had any meeting for him. No House of Representatives, no Senate come for his rescue. But today, Dangote, only but one video of lamentation. Today, senators, House of Representatives, business mogul from all corners, everybody shouting, free Dangote's business, free Dangote refinery. But Dangote is this and that, and must not allow to be to suffer this and that. But APC, with all these things he has mentioned that he did for the name of that zoo, yet they fought him. They tried everything they could to bring his airline down. They banned him and everything under Hadi Sirika as the aviation minister as at that time. Nobody came to his rescue. That is because he is a Biafran. And that is the fate of every Biafran in the Zoological Republic. Whether you believe in Biafra restoration or you don't believe, or you believe in the zoo or not, Fulanis don't care. As far as you are a Biafran, they believe that you are a Biafran. They believe that you are IPOB. They believe that the blood runs through your veins. So they don't care. Whatever you do, they will always find a way to bring you down. Look at Ibeto and other business moguls from Newi. What happened to them? Look at them. Now let us see this man. I was surprised. I was in shock when I came across this very video. I was in shock. I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw this man. I'm telling you. So let us listen to him. Wonder shall never end.
Mr. President, Senator Bola Tinubu, it is to you tonight that I bring the burden and plight of our people too. I trust this message finds you in good health and high spirits as you continue to navigate the intricate responsibilities that come with the esteemed position you hold. It is with a heavy heart and deep concern that I pass this message on the current state of our beloved nation, Nigeria. In a time when the heartbeat of our nation is racing with fear and the very fabric of our society is tearing at the seams, we stand at a crossroads. President Tinubu, the nation calls for your undivided attention as you embark on a private visit to France. Our beloved Nigeria is grappling with unprecedented challenges that demand urgent and decisive action.
Enokwa. What's the name of this guy? Can somebody remind me his name, please? This Yoruba man, Channels TV presenter. Can somebody remind me of his name? Please. Somebody should remind me his name. Did he say it? No, I want to believe that he didn't say this. Okay. Sheung, yeah, Sheung. Thank you. Thank you, Emi Sami. Thank you, Ngozi. Sheung. I want to believe that Sheung did not say this. And he must come out to debunk it. He must come out to say, no, I was cloned. He must come to tell us that he was cloned. He is not the real person that said it. Because if he is the one that said it, how time changes. How time changes. I cannot come here to start praising him for saying the truth. No. Although I know that when somebody wakes up, it's his morning. But my brothers and sisters, I want to tell Sheung who? I want to tell him that, look, it is true that when someone wakes up remains his morning, but not when you were awake. Not when you were awake at 6 a.m., 7 a.m., 8 a.m., and you decide to sleep at 9 a.m., waking up at 3 p.m., and you want to tell me that is your morning. It is not possible. You are lying to yourself. Yes, that Okim Baloye, thank you, blessed Sonny. Not when you were awake at 7 a.m. and you decided to go back to bed at 9, then waking up at 3 p.m., you want to tell me that this is your morning. You are lying to yourself. As an adult, you have to say the truth. So, Sheung, you just decided to wake up at 4 p.m., claiming that that is your morning, but it's a lie. I watched his interview yesterday, his presentation yesterday, or should I say his program that he anchored. He interviewed Dele Momodu and that man called Ali Ndume. I watched it because there's a rumor that he was sacked after this very video. The rumor was everywhere. The rumor was everywhere. In fact, the rumor sounded like truth. The rumor was like truth because the moment he dropped this video, even here he said it, that as I embark on my journey to France, I want to use this opportunity to say this and that. So he said it here. So people believed that he was truly sacked. But yesterday, he clarified that he was not sacked because I watched that very program. So, Sheung, I don't know what really transpired. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened behind the scene. I don't know. But for you to change overnight, to decide to speak the truth, though there are some discrepancies and errors on what you said, but you can call the zoo your beloved country or beloved nation, it doesn't change anything. The zoo is a zoo. Zoo is a zoo, and it has to collapse, whether you like it or not. You cannot stop it. You already know that you cannot stop it. So, For you to wake up and start speaking now, I want, there are two things there. Is either he was cloned, maybe this is not he himself, maybe somebody cloned him in order to antagonize him or sabotage him, because I know that this is he's always a liar. This is a supporter of iniquity, supporter of darkness, supporter of evil, because they were all there in China's television supporting Buhari. And all the evil committed against Buhari, they all supported it because Buhari was funding China's television and they were seriously doing the bidding of Buhari's administration. Yes. I remember when they were sanctioned by the then communication minister, information minister of the zoo, Laya Mohammed. I remember. Because they went against the plans and agreement between the company and the government, APC government, led by led by Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami, and Laya Mohammed, with all the Fulani cabals. They went against their decision and their agreement. They sanctioned them, which they have. The government has no right to sanction a media house or journalist, because in every democracy you have what is called freedom of speech and journalism. Yes. So every time they praise the government of late Buhari, let me use that word, Buhari. Let me use the name. So, Shehu, what has changed? I want to, as I continue with this video, let me, share the link. Let me share the link to the studio in the comment section so that those of you who would want to join me, you have the opportunity now to click the link and join me live. We have treated over 3 different topics this very evening. So wherever you want to come in from, you are free to do so. The link is right now in the comment section. As we go on to play this very video and analyze it, if you want to come in, you can click the link in the comment section right now and join me in this studio. Because once I am done with this video, I will call it a night. So let's continue.
Kidnapping and abductions are the order of the day. From Lagos to Kaduna, Taraba, and violent and criminal activities have pervaded our land. Even in the heart of our nation's capital, the audacity of kidnappers has become a sinister reality, striking fear into the hearts of our people. Our citizens are living in constant fear.
Is it true that this person is real Shehu, the real Shehu that we all know? If I just Kambapu Azba, Kambapu Riam, Obolokandio Kenya, Kambapu Riam. Is it the real Shehu, the one we all know from Channels TV? What has changed? Because there is nothing happening today that is new. Nothing, absolutely nothing. Nothing happening today that is new in the zoo. As far as the zoo is concerned, there is nothing new today. It was because of bad government and governance that, ignited NSAS protest. They just used SARS as, cover up. It was because of bad governance. Bad governance ignited NSAS protest. Shehu, where were you? Are you tired of calling proscribe IPOB? Proscribe indigenous people of Biafra? Are you tired of telling us how Nnamdi Kanu jumped bail? I don't understand. Shehu, you must continue supporting evil. You must continue to support wickedness. You have to continue. If you are serious, we are going to watch you from now moving forward. Unless you have to come out and debunk this video that you are not the one who did it. You were cloned. Somebody cloned you to incriminate you. Or maybe the agreement between APC and Channels Television has expired and the Tinubu's administration does not want to renew the agreement. I'm just giving instances because ever since I saw the video, I've been wondering what changed, what happened. So Shehu has to come out to debunk the video that no, I wasn't the one, I was cloned. Because I don't want to believe that true, this person is Shehu. Because I know his antecedent, I know his modus of operandi, how he supported the massacre of innocent people under Buhari's regime. Thousands of people were murdered in cold blood in Lagos State. Our people were murdered in Obibo, which we know as Obibo massacre. These people were busy saying alleged, even in Lekki, alleging something that happened, koro, everybody saw the videos. They were busy telling us alleged. Oh, no, idiot, I can know where no alleged. They were busy telling us alleged. Today, Shehu is telling us how kidnappers are kidnapping people in Abuja. Did this start from today? Wahala.
Unsure of their safety and the safety of their loved ones. This is not the Nigeria we dreamed of. Not the renewed hope that was promised.
Okay.
We applaud the gallantry of our security operatives, but indeed, more work still needs to be done.
You see, he said, we applaud the gallantry of the security. Who are the security? As he tried to speak out, still, he is not man enough. He is not gallant enough to say the real thing, the truth. What does it take you to speak the truth as a journalist? How can you applaud the gallantry? How can you applaud the gallantry of the so-called security, knowing fully well that this same security has been infiltrated by Boko Haram, so-called repentant Boko Haram members? You have the video where they were, integrating them into the military. You have the video and police. Shehu, I am certain that you have the video. 1,000,000% that you have the video in your archives. You have the video. Not one video, not two, not three, many videos. And you are applauding the gallantry of the security agents. Shehu, I am very certain that you are aware that this same military that you are applauding today are the same people that have been shading Boko Haram and other, terrorist gangs, including the bandits. And you are here applauding their gallantry. So if you cannot say the truth properly, 100%, and stand on it, how do you want to change the so-called country? You can't change it because the foundation is faulty, and people like you have actually made it crumble because you keep on feeding the public with lies and deceit. He said he has been working in Channels Television for the past 10 to 12 years. Yet, do you know how many millions of people that this man has deceived? Do you know? You are here applauding the security agents that protect terrorists in Benue State to massacre innocent people, innocent villagers, and innocent citizens. You are applauding the same security that protect and shield terrorists in Zamfara to massacre innocent people. You applaud the same security that were there when the terrorists announced a protection of citizens. Ordering citizens to pay tax to them so that they can protect them. From who? Protect them from who? I'm asking Seun, are all these things I'm saying not propaganda? They are all there in the public. Wonders shall never end.
To keep the people safe, efforts are being made, but it appears they are not far enough. What has become the strategies of state policing and community policing that's been talked about several years? And the huge white papers and advisory notes on how to tackle insecurity in Nigeria, where are they? President Tinubu, as a pro-democracy agitator, isn't it the right time to restructure Nigeria for it to work properly? Is the Nigeria you...
This man is calling for restructuring of the zoo for the first time in his... Wonders they say shall never end. This man is calling for restructuring of the zoo because he was fleeing to France. Maybe they have. I'm trying to figure out what happened there, because that rumor that he was sacked was very, very, very strong. In fact, that rumor has an atom of truth. Yesterday, he called it fake news. He said it was a fake news. That's what he said, because I watched his first ever program for the past couple of days, weeks, or if not months now. So there is something, I'm suspecting something. It's like they have given him the letter of sack, the sack letter or suspension letter or something like that. Then, but giving him, the date of the commencement of that very suspension or sack. Then he now used the last day to make this very broad video. Because from the beginning, he said, as I embark on my journey to France, that is what he said from the beginning of this video. As I embark on this journey to France, I want to use this opportunity to tell you, Mr. President. That is what he said from the beginning of the video. So it's like he has been given the letter, either the sack letter or the suspension letter, with date of the commencement of the suspension. Now, he used the last day to make this very video without knowing that he was going to be called back. Now he has been restated. He said yesterday that the sack rumor was a fake news. That's what he said yesterday. Instead of him to say, I was really suspended or I was sacked, but I am now reinstated. He said it was a fake news. Because this man cannot in any way say this if things were normal for him. Not in the black people like us, the only thing we believe is where our stomach faces. Whatever our stomach faces, we face there. And what the stomach is not even the one you have in your body. It is what goes into that stomach. And what brings something that goes into the stomach is money. So wherever money is where you face. That is a typical black man for you. We face wherever our stomach faces. That is where we face. So it's like money is no longer coming from APC Tinubu, from Tinubu's APC. Now this man has finally remembered his brain and his senses where he dropped it in 2015. This man, this man has finally recollected where he dropped his brain in 2015 when Buhari came into power. And today, he can speak. Wow. Let's listen to him.
And your friends fought for, is it the Nigeria that you're talking about? The removal of subsidies has unleashed a tidal wave of economic downturn, leaving families struggling to make ends meet.
Imagine the way he's speaking with energy and authority. The way he's speaking with authority and energy. Seun, what happened? I don't know.
Prices of commodities have gone through the roof. The biting effects are felt across the nation, and the loss of confidence in the government is palpable. This is not a time for complacency. It is a time for bold, unwavering.
He said, this is not the time for complacency. He is telling Tinubu, the drug lord, that this is not the time for complacency. If you think you are Jagaban, this is not the time for that. This man is telling Tinubu, no, this is not the time to say, I am Jagaban. I am the drug lord of Lagos. I can do it. This is not the time for complacency. This man here has the audacity to tell Tinubu, meaning that Tinubu has not paid them. Tinubu has not renewed the contract between Buhari's APC and Channels Television. That one I can beat my chest and I will tell you authoritatively. Victor Mbemela said maybe he made the broadcast in France. No, you can see the Channels Television logo at his back. And this is Sunday politics. Sunday politics. So this very broadcast was made before he flew to France. Because I call it flee. He flew to France because even he's coming back, he never knew he was going to come back to continue with Channels Television. And there's another program I've been seeing him. I've been seeing him on one program on YouTube. And that very program is quite different. It has nothing to do with Channels Television. I've been seeing him. I don't know if that very program is his own personal program and his own personal channel. I don't know. But this one was a bombshell. This one he did on Channels Television was a bombshell. And I don't know how he managed to muster such courage to do this. This is what is expected from every journalist. To speak truth to the power, no matter whose ox is being gored, you must speak the truth to the power and, of course, enlighten the people. Very, very important, because media is the only source of information. Media is the only source of information. So if you keep lying on media, you are not just lying to please the government, but you are lying to destroy, to confuse, and to destroy the people. You are lying to confuse and to destroy the people. And if you see the truth and you turn it upside down, or you fail to speak, or you fail to say it, then you are destroying the people. That is the truth.
Leadership, Mr. President, I think it is about time to get the nation's eggheads in one room and find a lasting cure to our ailing economy. As you stand on foreign soil, Mr. President, remember the weight of your responsibility to the Nigerian people. Our citizens, including those who voted for you, are losing faith in the government. The implications of the loss of confidence are far-reaching. And as a leader, you cannot afford to look away. Investors are fleeing the nation like never before. Economic potential of Nigeria is being squandered, and the consequences will be felt for generations. We urge you, Mr. President, to take immediate measures to create an environment that attracts and retains investment. The clock is ticking, and our economic future is at stake. Mr. President, the time to act is now. Swift and decisive measures are needed to curb the escalating insecurity, alleviate the economic burden on citizens, and restore the confidence in the government. This is not only a call to fulfill campaign promises, but a plea for the preservation of our great nation. Mr. President,
he said, for a preservation of their great nation. For the preservation of their great nation. Shenwu has actually seen the handwriting on the wall. Shenwu has actually seen that the zoo is breaking up. I love that word he used. He's begging the so-called Mr. President to do well for the preservation of their great nation. But this same Shenwu, is not able to tell Tinubu, look, I know that you stole the presidency, you stole the mandate. I am saying it just simply to say the truth, not that I am in support of whosoever that the so-called mandate was given. But I'm saying it for truth's sake. So Shehu should have been a man enough. Shehu should have been man enough to tell Tinubu, look, we know that you stole the mandate, but now that you are there, do it for the preservation of their so-called great nation. But unfortunately, he couldn't have said that because his truth is half-baked. His truth is half-baked. So he couldn't have said that because that could have gotten him in trouble. Or maybe the future endorsement would have not come. Future endorsement and contract wouldn't have come if he dare say that. So another thing is that this same Shehu has failed to understand that this so-called great nation is not meant to stay. It's not meant to stay. It is meant to be destroyed. It is built for destruction. And in the eyes of everyone, the zoo will be destroyed. The zoo will gone. The zoo will go and will become a goner for sure. The same thing that happened to former USSR, the same thing that happened to former Yugoslavia, the same thing that happened to the former Czechoslovakia, all of these things will happen to the zoo. Because let me tell you the truth. In any nation, I want to say this, and Musa is aware of it. Musa is 100% aware of it. Tinubu is aware of it. All the Fulani oligarchy are aware of it. What they are doing is just to push the clock. But they know what I'm about to say now. In any nation that a certain group of people pick up arms to fight for their freedom, I'm not talking about terrorism. I'm not talking about terrorism like Boko Haram. If Nigeria is serious, they can crush Boko Haram once and for all. Once and for all. Because there is no zeal in what Boko Haram is doing. There is no zeal, there is no vision. There is no ideology in what Boko Haram is doing. What they are doing is pure criminality. Pure criminality. That is what they are doing. That is terrorism. What Boko Haram is doing is pure criminal activities. So there is no ideology, there's no zeal. Unless they want to come out and tell us that they are now fighting for Islamic State, which, of course, there are some news that has carried it. We have heard it in the news, but their activities does not prove that they are fighting for an Islamic State. If you are fighting for an Islamic State, you shouldn't have been going to the public, destroying lives and properties, bombing people, committing suicide bombing. That is not how to fight for a state. You face those who are coming to for you with AK-47. That is how to fight for a state. Be it Christian state or Islamic state, whatever you can call it. The only way to fight for a state is to face those who are coming for you with AK-47. You use your own AK-47 to face them, not to go in the public and destroy lives and property. That is not fighting for a state. That is terrorism. That is pure terrorism. So we cannot condone that. So if the zoo is serious, they can crush these people, this element called themselves Boko Haram, once and for all. It will be a goner because there is no ideology in what they are doing, and there is no any spirit of the land backing them up. But let me tell you, whenever a group of people agitate, for their freedom to the extent of picking up arms for their freedom, that country is a goner. Let me tell you today, in case you don't know, Nigeria can never, I want you to write it down today. Today's date is 23rd of July. Nigeria can never, ever reclaim the land of Biafra again. This is the truth. I just told you the truth now. There is no how, no way, no Jupiter, as far as we never give up. The reclaiming Biafra territory again depends on us. If we give up, as our fathers did in 1970, then they will reclaim Biafra land again. This is not a prayer, or this is not a prophecy. I'm telling you now the reality. I am not a prophet. What I'm telling you now is reality. Pure reality, not spiritual, not in spiritual realm, in physical realm. The only reason Nigeria reclaimed Biafra land in 1970 was simply because our fathers gave up. And the modus of that war was overwhelming. It went to this level that they couldn't control it because, number one, they were not prepared. Number two, they went into a war that they couldn't have controlled. They went into a conventional warfare that they do not have the resources, the capacity, the resources to control. Unlike what we are doing today. Unlike what we are doing today. The whole world has seen that we have a location. We have a location where we are. So if you want to fight us, come to our location. Come. We want you to come the way they are coming. Keep coming. That is why when we say we will control the battle, this very war you see will be controlled by us, not Nigeria, not the zoo. The zoo cannot control the war. We are controlling it. And we are saying it in the open because they know that we are controlling it, because we cannot allow them to do what they did to our fathers. So you know where we are. The whole world knows where we are. So come there if you want to fight us. Come there and fight us. Let us see if you can win. It's a challenge. It's a big challenge to Musa. It's a big challenge to Labaja. You know where we are, right? Of course you know. It is not hidden. You know where we are. So if you know you can challenge, you can destroy or challenge us, come there and face us. If you are man enough. As you are coming, we have seen that you are man enough. Keep coming. You must keep coming. You must never stop coming. And I want to tell Biafrans that what is going on today is the end of Nigeria. Is the end. I say, I want you to mark today's date. After 1 year or 2 years in something like this in the past. Mark today's date, 23rd of July, 2024. There is no Jupiter. The zoo reclaims Biafra land again, because whenever a group of people agitate for their freedom for many years and resort into picking up arms to defend their land, that becomes the end of the modern nation. Go and make your research. It is normal everywhere in the world. It can only take time. As long as you don't give up, the only thing you need to do is never give up. That is the bone of contention. The bone of contention is that you must not give up, no matter how long it takes. South Sudan fought for over 30-something years. They never gave up. They kept fighting. They kept fighting. Today they are free. Whether their country is okay or not, they are free from Sudan. Eritrea fought. Today they are free. The only thing you need is not to give up. That is number one. Your target is never give up. And I want to assure you, Biafrans, that the zoo is gone as far as Biafra land is concerned. It can only take time. Let's continue. Once Biafra is fully declared on the 2nd of December, the result or should I say the result or the reverse will now become the case. Let's continue.
Regional leadership is hanging in the balance. Some members of ECOWAS are signaling exit, and Nigeria's influence is under threat. It is time to reassert your leadership, strengthen diplomatic ties, and secure our place in the Committee of Nations. As journalists, we will not shy away from probing, inspiring, and holding leaders accountable. President Tinubu, live up to the expectations of your calling. And
did you ever hold Buhari accountable? Like, seriously? Were you not aware that really the true Buhari died in Saudi Arabia? Were you not aware? Were you really not aware that the man you call Buhari and the one they are using for charade today, once in a while they will tell us, oh, this person visited Buhari. Oh, once in a while they will tell us this one visited Buhari. In order, they want to erase, anything called Buhari gradually from the minds of the rest of the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom citizens. They want to erase the existence of that person or that name from the minds of the people gradually. That is the reason why once in a while they will tell us, oh, this person has visited. They will arrange one person to visit the idiot, and paper will carry it, televisions will carry it. Oh, this person has visited Buhari. They are trying to erase that very name from the people's mind gradually. So are you not aware? Are you not aware that that man called Buhari was a fake? Why didn't you speak the truth to Buhari? What changed?
the mandate upon which your office stands. The Nigerian people deserve more. They deserve a leader who acts with urgency, integrity, and unwavering commitment to the well-being of our great nation. The challenges may be daunting, but if you are resolute and carry the people along, we can all together overcome. The giant of Africa must now rise and take his rightful place in the Committee of Nations and harness its potentials for the Nigerian people to smile again. God bless this Federal Republic of Nigeria. And this is my final word tonight. Good night, everyone.
You see, he failed. How blind are you? How blind are you? How blind? I'm finding it so difficult to understand. How blind are you to see that there is nothing like zoo in the first place. There is nothing like zoo in the first place. It has never existed. In fact, what you have is just a concussion. Just we usually call it back then a contraption. A contraption, not a nation. On that note, I want to use this opportunity to remind our people that on the 29th, 30th, and 31st of this very month of July 2024 remains shut down of every government offices in entire Biafra territory. It remains a shutdown. If you are serving under any government office in Biafra land, I want you to know that within these 3 days, you will be sitting at home. And according to the Prime Minister, we have an intel. There is an intel that Peter Mbah and his criminal friends have prepared to massacre our people on these days that I have just mentioned, in order to use them for propaganda against the Prime Minister and, of course, the Biafra Republic government in exile. It is an intel. And of course, do not joke with this very intel because it is very, very authentic. So these 3 days will be shut down for all the civil servants in entire Biafra territory. Complete shutdown. And then on the 2nd, which is going to be on Friday, will be a total lockdown of Biafra territory. If you are a Biafra man or woman, boys and girls, children or adults, bear it in mind that on the 2nd of August, there will be a total shutdown of entire Biafra territory, and there is nothing will happen for us to call it off. And why are we doing this? We are doing this, first of all, for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Secondly, for him to assess authentic medical treatment. In fact, he must be taken to the hospital, not to be treated in the DSS custody. He has to be taken to the hospital for a proper medical attention as demanded by his doctor, his personal doctor. As demanded by his personal doctor. That is number 2. And then number 3, we are doing this in delegitimization of the damnable zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom within Biafra territory. We are delegitimizing them. We are delegitimizing them. These are the reasons why we are doing what we are doing. And do not allow yourself to be used for propaganda by the zoo government and their servants in Biafra territory. Thank you, my people. God bless you all for listening to me this very evening. You all are highly welcome and blessed. I pray that Chukwu Okike Abiama will bless, protect, and heal Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from any ailment disturbing his body and his life, and grant him every opportunity, grant him the strength, grant him the energy, grant him the courage to be able to withstand and see out this trying time of his life. And of course, protect our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, in order for him to be able to accomplish this very journey. Bless everyone who is supporting this very freedom, especially those supporting financially. Anyone doing 1 or 2 things genuinely to see the freedom of Biafra people, I pray for your blessings. I pray for the hand of God upon your life. I pray for your progress. I pray for your long life and prosperity. I pray that everything you lay hand upon, that you shall prosper. The enemies shall never see you. Whether they go to their mirrors, they go to their native doctors, they go to their evil shrines, wherever they go, they will never see you, because the hand of God is upon you, upon your life, upon your family, and upon whatever you do to earn a living. As far as you are genuine. May God bless you all. I pray for the Biafra Liberation Army, Biafra Defense Forces, everywhere they are, all over Biafra land, including the Biafra Navy, the Dragon Fighter Marine, the Resistance Fighters, and of course, the de facto government in homeland, that Chukwu Okike Abiama will protect all of you, guide all of you, and give you victory as the war rages in Biafra territory. Thank you all for listening. May Chukwu Kikabiyama bless you. See you tomorrow. Goodbye for now and good night.